Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Oliver Blackmore, back for another day. I was just touching up some roofing shingles on the roof there that got loosened up from a rainstorm that we had, and it pretty much blew all this dirt from our neighboring fields onto the house, and it spoiled our new paint job. So just our luck that we had a windstorm the night that the house was finished painting, and made a bit of a mess. So at some point it's going to have to be redone, but, not right now. We don't have the money right now. I spent $6,000 to have this done, so. But the good news is our Cornwall flag and our Union Jack is waving high and proud on a beautiful day. So there's been a lot of improvements around here since we last met. So I bought a little patio set for the front and the back. I put out 2 chairs. Maybe someday I'll have a missus or somebody nice to sit and enjoy tea with in the evening. And then around back here, I'm already prepared for our celebratory barbecue after we do our harvest come this fall. So I bought a nice new little charcoal grill here, and then another patio set out here. And then we built a little picnic table out of some scrap wood. So put that back here under the nice big shade tree. But overall, the place is shaping up and looking good. The next project will be to repair some of the leaky windows and replace that air conditioner up there that looks like it's ready to rot off and fall off the house. So today, we're going to be putting in some sunflowers, and we're going to be doing it down in field 25. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the tablet here. So as you see here, the field 25 is just beyond the bridge over the river, and then just a little further up the road from that is our other yard. So we have our seeder and our tractor down there. But first we have to go and pick up a couple of bags of seed. I haven't got the seed refill station up to par down there just yet, so we're going to have to use some bags to fill up the seeder for today. So we're going to grab the old Massey Ferguson and get down there and do that. All right, here we go. It's actually a little bit warm today. It was cool this morning, so I kind of left the door on the tractor open to air out. And our trailer is just over here. I think the little old 698 can handle it. Oh no, I forgot I left the bale wedge on there, so I'm going to have to go ahead and take that off. Alright, let's get that pulled into the shop. I'm going to mine the side of the shed there. I almost hit it. Not a surprise if anybody's been watching my videos. Got to kind of sit up on my hip here. I can't see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get that bale wedge off, and I'll be back with you in a little bit. Alright, so we've got our little John Deere skid steer up there. Take it with us to load up the bags. Hopefully the bags will fit on there with the skid steer, because we'll need that to unload them down at the other yard. Come on, old girl, you can do this. So let me know what you guys think of the new color of the house. I don't know if you remember what it was before, but it was It was like a green and white. So a green and like a cream color. So this is nice and cheerful. And a bit British, probably. Yeah, the old 698's struggling a little bit, but just going to get the job done. There we go. Get up to running speed. So we've done a lot of work, myself and Alfie, and Sir Reefington has come through, and he has sent down one of his helpers to help us out over the past several weeks. We have a young lady coming in and out of the farm now. Her name is Jess. It was very nice of him to loan out Jess. That really helped us a lot. We've got most of our fields already done. So I have to do most of the big fields. So we have 2 small sugar beet fields left to do. Our potatoes are done. And then we have our sunflower fields to do, so it's 25, 41, and 42. So we'll do 25 together today. Skid steer's still back there. That's good news. And I never did indicate coming onto the roundabout. Don't want to do that down here. Get a ticket. And there's our old friend every day, the Roser. Waiting for some poor unsuspecting soul like me. Now this gentleman's not going to stop. Yeah, we'll have to stop. Now, have a nice day, sir. It's almost like they want to get run over. So we're just going down here to Dusty Cove Sales. And there we are. All right. So here is our bags waiting for us over here. This looks like as good a spot as any. We'll see if we can get them both at the same time. I'm not quite sure. They are a little bulky. Okay. Lift that one up. Make sure I don't hit the trailer. Probably wasn't the best idea to park directly behind where I'm loading, but I'm a rebel. You just throw common sense out the window. Alright, well, not the prettiest, but we've got them on there. I probably could have done them one at a time and be finished by now, but it was the principle. Alright, so we'll put these nicely on the front. And then we'll have the skid steer tines over the top of them. There we are. That's going to make it a little funny for unloading. That's what I get. Right. Okay. So now, I really should put some mirrors on this, though. Ooh, there we are. Oh, plenty of room. We could have got a couple more on there, maybe. Especially if I had stacked them properly. So, that's all right. Okay, off to the farm. So when we get down to the farm, this is the chicken farm we're going to. I'm going to show you something that we've also been working on down there. We had to make a few changes down there for the safety of the chickens. I think spring and fall are my favorite times of the year. I love the beautiful turning of the leaves in the fall and the smell of the leaves in the air. It's just beautiful, and the cool, crisp air. But then I love spring because it's also rather cool and crisp, but it's also a time of rebirth again. You get to see everything anew. I think as you get a bit older, wintertime kind of just loses its luster. The shoveling of the snow, the biting cold, and the slippery wet ice. It's nice to have snow on Christmas Eve, but after that I'm pretty good without having snow. I'm starting to sound like grandfather. I used to think to myself, what an old fuddy-duddy he is. He doesn't like snow. Who doesn't like snow? Now I understand. Right, so I got pulled over by that Roser that was sitting by the sign. As we passed by, he had a look at my little setup here, and he decided to come and get me. So I had to unload everything and straighten out the bags because I don't have ratchet straps. I forgot the ratchet straps, and I was just down the street from the farm. I almost made it. And then he said, more importantly, he was concerned about the pallet tines, that they should be angled upwards. I had them pointing straight down, and he said if I stopped short or had an accident, the pallet tines of the skid steer would come through the back window and behead me. So I couldn't really argue with that. Yeah, so I mean, I deserve it. But we're free to go now. I didn't get a ticket. It was very nice of him not to give me a ticket, so. But he said next time he will. And there will be no next time. See that? Haven't even been here a full year and I'm already a lawbreaker. Okay, here we are. Alright, so going to have to stick out in the street a little bit, so I'm going to put my hazard lights on. There we are. Make sure we don't hit anything. So once I get parked, I'll show you what happened over here. And we're going to park well out of the way, so we could unload everything with a little bit more common sense than I used back at the store. Right. Okay. So before we get this done, so we've been having a problem with the foxes here. The chickens are free range, and one of the things that happens when you have free range chicken is they are also free game to predators. So the fox, there was a fox and he had a nice little party coming in here and eating my chickens. So, and they were pretty much like over here. They had their little feeding things over here, and they would walk around everywhere. So what I did was, with the help of Alfie and Jess, we took some field stones and mortared them together and dug a big trench around here below the frost line. So we sunk them down in here and made like a barrier, like a foundation. So the fox, you know, he's not going to dig a 4-foot hole to get at these chickens, I wouldn't think. And I haven't seen a fox yet that can climb one of these fences, so. But I could shoot the fox, but I would rather not. I'm just one of those kind of people. He's doing what comes naturally, and, you know, the chickens were roaming around and they should be secured. So I'm not going to take his life for something, you know, that's kind of my fault. But here they are. I'll show you from around the other side. And we have some nice security lighting all the way around, so that will really put them off. They like to do their handiwork in the dark of night. So if it's brightly lit, chances are that will put him off from even attempting to get in there. And then here's the other side here, and here's our little gate where we can go in and collect our eggs. So very pleased with this, and it was rather inexpensive. You know, we had a lot of stone laying around, and the chain link fence and stuff I purchased secondhand, so yeah, came out very well. Right, so now back to the business at hand. Let's go ahead and get this unloaded. Oh, before we even do that, I'm going to drag this out, aren't I? So we've got a new couple of seed machines here, a couple or three. So this is the one we're using today, the little Coon. And that has a reserve tank for the front. And then we have a giant Amazon for our really big fields, like 33 and 34. And that plants all the standard root crops. And then we have an addition. We bought a 2011 class Xerion. And Sir Reefington helped us out with that. He gave us the name of a good person to purchase this from. He recommended it, said it was in good shape. So yeah, very nice gentleman. I think his name is Eustace Pharmer. So at least there's a big logo on the hood. I'll show you. Let me go ahead and hop in here. Ooh, it's a big son of a gun. And so I'll pan around on the outside cam here. So yeah, there's the whole tractor in its glory. And then this interesting thing back here. This is a counterweight, but what it has is a linkage on the 3-point linkage on the back. And being that Amazon seed machine it has a very tight linkage. And I'll show you what I mean. So you see how short that is. Well, that really impairs your turning radius with this machine. So this actually, so you can hook up to that on the back, and that extends it out far enough to where you can have a more wide turning radius, and it works out quite well. So yeah, and then we moved the Fendt down here, and we'll be using him today, and then he'll pull the Amazon and some of our larger plows. So things are looking up. All right. Finally, it's time to get down to business. So I cut the bags, got the seed loaded up in the back. Go ahead and get the seed in the front. What you got to do is you got to seal it off. You got to do like a purse string around it with some twine, and then as it's unloading, you can pull the purse string and close the hole you've made. So there we are. Right, so here we go. We're going to have to go back the way we came a little bit, right where I got pulled over. Hopefully our Roser friend is gone. All right, look both ways before you cross. So field 25 is just up on our left here. Hop out and open the gate. There we are. All right. A little bit warm today. Leave the door open for a little bit. So I think I've done enough talking. So what I'll do is do what I usually do is I'll put this to a little bit of music and maybe give you some cinematic shots. A little something for you to enjoy besides the sound of my voice. Another job well done. That's it for this one. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this. And until we meet again next time, please everyone take great care of yourself, okay? And bye-bye for now.